Hey guys, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Pharmacist Oluwafunto, and in this video I'll be talking about my experience as a hospital pharmacy intern in Nigeria. I already have a part 1 of this video where I talked about the pros, the advantages of doing my internship in a hospital, and in this video I'm going to be concentrating more on the cons, and I'm going to try answering some of the questions that came up in the last video I made. So let's get to it. In my last video, I talked about the fact that gaining experience from 12 different units in the hospital really helped. It's not the same as when you're just working in one unit for the entire year. So that was the major advantage that I capitalized on for the hospital pharmacy internship. The fact that you get to work in different units of the hospital, so you are gathering experience from different areas. Number one disadvantage of doing your pharmacy internship in a hospital is the stress. I will not deceive you. It is very stressful. There is something called call duty, which you're going to be doing as a hospital pharmacy intern. And it's not just exclusive to pharmacy, it is the same with every other health worker. As you know, our services are needed 24 hours. They're needed around the clock. So doctors, pharmacists, nurses, other health workers, lab scientists are needed to be on ground round the clock. So there is something called call duty. Call duty is work outside the usual work hours. The usual work hours for most establishments is between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. or for some 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So that is 8 hours in total. So call duty now is when you have to work from that 4 p.m. if it's a 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. work shift. Call duty is when you have to work from that 4 p.m. till the following morning, that is by 8 a.m. when someone else will come to relieve you of the normal work hours 4 to 8, that is 8 hours in total. Call duty 4 p.m. to 8 a.m. if you calculate it, that is 16 hours in total. Now you're not going to be working for the entire 16 hours. There is always a call room where you can rest, where you can sleep a bit in the middle of the night, depending on how busy the call is. When you are on call, you are expected to be alert every hour of the night. Why am I saying hour? Every second of the night, you are expected to be alert. But you are allowed to go into the call room and rest. But once a patient comes knocking or another health worker comes knocking, you have to be awake to attend to them. So you may be lucky, you may get to sleep for about 8 hours during your call, but it is very rare. You may get to sleep for 5 hours, it's still possible. Sometimes you may not get to sleep at all. So imagine when you do a call where you are not able to sleep at all. That means you're working for 16 hours. In a week, for where I worked, you have about a minimum of 1 call per week and a maximum of 2 calls per week. So about 6 to 8 calls every month. So calculate it, 16 hours multiplied by 6 calls a month. If you're to look at the normal, I don't want to bore us with the calculation, but I jotted some of them down. If you're doing normal work hours is 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's 8 hours. For 5 working days, that's 40 hours. And for 4 weeks, I'm just saying 4 weeks, for a month, 160 hours.
Please do check the end of the video for the rest of the calculation.
Think about the fact that you do not get to sleep on your own bed. The sleep that you will sleep on your bed will definitely be different from the one you're going to sleep in the call room. It's not going to be so conducive. It's not going to be so comfortable. No matter what, it can't be the same. And you're going to be disturbed. You can be disturbed every hour. You can sleep now and somebody is waking you in the next 1 hour. Somebody is waking you in the next 2 hours. Like, stress might not only be physical. Sometimes it gives you mental stress. So you're going to be stressed as a hospital pharmacy intern. Those that don't want stress, you just want to have a cool internship life, you just want to go and chill and just cruise through internship, please just stick to community or any other area. Don't just go for hospital. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is the less use of diagnosis knowledge. As you know, as a pharmacist, you have diagnosis knowledge. Of course, you know how to diagnose medical cases, medical conditions, even though not major ones, but there are minor cases that you can attend to, that you can diagnose. Because of course, if as a pharmacist you have full knowledge about the drug, definitely you know what they are going to be used for. Yeah, so as a community pharmacist, you have the opportunity to listen to your patients and be able to decipher what could be wrong with the patient. If they need to carry out necessary tests, you can tell them, okay, carry out this test, then you can confirm. But as a hospital pharmacist, as a hospital pharmacist, you do not get to do this, because that is the job of the doctors. The doctors are the ones that will talk to the patient and make a diagnosis. All you just have to do is fill their prescription. Your work is to dispense to the patients and give them the necessary advice that they need. So a lot of pharmacists may not feel so fulfilled in this area, because you just feel like, I'm not even getting to talk to diagnose. Well, it's our job, but at the same time, well, just tell me what you think. Pharmacists that are watching this, I want you to contribute in the comment section below. Like, is it really our job to diagnose, or should we leave it for the doctors? Or is it just our job to just advise patients and talk to patients? And number 3 disadvantage as a hospital pharmacy intern. Well, this may not really apply to interns. This is just disadvantage of hospital pharmacy in general. You must always work under a boss, and you cannot establish your own hospital. I don't know of any pharmacist that has a hospital. I don't think it's allowed. So you can, if you want to be a hospital pharmacist, just know that you have to always work under a boss. You cannot own your own hospital pharmacy. You can only own your own community pharmacy. So if you want to be a clinical pharmacist, you are always going to work under a boss. Even apart from the fact that the hospital will have a medical director and stuff, you are still working under the doctors, because they are the ones that has the higher say over the doctors, over the patient's prescription. In Nigeria, I don't know about outside the country, but that's how we do it in Nigeria. The doctors see the patients, they make diagnosis, they prescribe. You cannot just change the prescription. You can't change the prescription. Before, even if you detect an error in the prescription, you have to consult the doctors to know why they prescribed whatever they prescribed. You guys have to talk and liaise to know what you're going to do about it. But you have you do not have an upper hand. Yes, you do not have an upper hand. So that is also a disadvantage. In the community pharmacy, the community pharmacist gets to make crucial decisions about their patient's choice of medication and all of that. Now, the final point in the cons is you are going to work in a hectic environment with great responsibility. I think I'm going to combine 2 points. You're going to work in a hectic environment with great responsibility, and you may need to work on weekends and holidays. When I was talking about call duty also includes weekends and holidays. So the hospital has to be open 24/7. There must be a pharmacist on duty, whether it's Christmas or it's New Year or it's Easter, whatever holiday that may be going on. Somebody has to be on duty. So at one point or another, it will surely be your turn to be on duty. So your family may be at home enjoying Christmas and you're at work, or your friends may be having a weekend getaway and you can't go because you're on duty. You're a pharmacy intern or you're a pharmacist. You're a hospital pharmacist. So it's the same for all health workers in the hospital. I'm just going to mention one advantage I didn't talk about in my previous video. That is the salary. As a hospital pharmacy intern, you're going to be more paid than somebody who is doing their internship at a community pharmacy. I'm not going to talk about other aspects now, but I feel hospital pharmacy is one of the highest paying internship placements in Nigeria. And when you want to do your comparison, don't compare one city with another in the same city. Like I did mine in Ondo State. In Ondo State, for hospital pharmacy interns, they are more paid than community pharmacy interns. So the salary is better. One of the questions I got in my previous video, somebody said, how much is the pay? Maybe I'll do another video to talk about because I don't want to go into that. I don't want to talk about salary for now, but just know that they pay well. Yes, like the pay is better than community. Okay, one of the questions I saw in my previous video was about the Farm D and the Farm B program. I think somebody was asking if they pay Farm D higher than Farm B. Right now, there was a pharmacist answered that question on my behalf. Right now, salary structure for Farm D has not really been incorporated into the system. So right now, everybody is being paid normal, but I'm sure that with time, they're going to incorporate that. For now, I hope I've been able to answer your question a bit. If you do have any other questions, for those watching right now, if you do have any question, please put it in the comment section below. I'll take note of the questions and I'll answer them. I've come to the end of my video. I hope that this video was very informative. I hope you're able to get all the information that you were hoping to get about hospital pharmacy internship in Nigeria from my own experience or from my own perspective. If you have a different perspective, probably you're a pharmacy intern and you did it in a hospital somewhere else and you have a different perspective, please feel free to put down your comments in the comment section below. And lastly, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. Let us make this family bigger. Please do subscribe to my channel. You just have to click on this subscribe button below. Like, it's not like you're paying or something. Just subscribe so that whenever I put up a new video, you can be notified. You can click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever I put on a new video. I'm talking too much. Okay guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. If you're doing call from 4 p.m. to 8 a.m., that is 16 hours. But I don't want to say that you are working the entire 16 hours, even though it's possible. Let's say you are working 8 hours in every call, which is not even possible. There's no way you can be working for only 8 hours during your call. Even if you're not working, you'll be awake, right? Because you have to be alert, like I said. So you're only going to get about few hours sleep, highest maybe 4 hours, 5 hours of sleep that night. So if you have 6 to 8 calls a month, that would be about 48 to 64 hours. I'm calculating with 8 hours. I'm not calculating with the 16 hours. I'm trying to go to the barest minimum. So 48 to 64 hours. If you add that to the already existing 160 hours you have to work, that is going to about 220 hours, which is going to be far more than that. So you see that I've already tried to cut it. You can do the calculation on your own. What I'm just trying to say is it's quite stressful.